Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be testing out new palettes from Makeup Revolution. Came out with 4 new palettes. They are around $7 on the Ulta website, but I think there are only 2 palettes that are available. I purchased this on the Makeup Revolution website. I will put the link in the description box. These palettes are only $7, and $7 for palettes are really good. So I just wanted to show you guys the palette. So this is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette. This is what it looks like. Let me just show you guys another one. This is what the palette looks like. I'm not sure how it's performed on the eyes, but I only use one of this palette. This other one, this is the Newtrals 3. This one is Velvet Rose. And the last one, this is Basic Matte. Palette came broken in my package. I will have to call them and let them send me another palette, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Visionary palette first. Now I created this eye look using this palette, and I only used 2 of the shades. With the shimmer shades, I don't like the shimmer shades too much in this palette because it's very hard to pack it on the eyelid. What I realized with some of these cheap palettes, sometimes it works good with the brush and sometimes it works with your hand. Each palette you get 15 shades. In this palette here you only get 3 shimmer shades and only use 2 of them. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch all the matte shade first. You really have to pack this on to get the color payoff, and you actually get what you pay for because it's only $7, but I think they're still good for beginners like myself because I'm still a beginner. These are all the matte shade in this palette. I really don't like the way that it's swatching on my hand. If you want the color to like pop a little bit, you will have to use concealers, and I always say that in my videos. Put it on my eyelid, I didn't have no problem when I use the brush, but just swatching on my hand, I don't like how it's turning out. So these are the 3 shades. Now these 2 shades here, that's what I use on my eyelid, and this here is a more like a undertone, like golden undertone. And they perform really good, they swatch really good, but with the brush it's hard, like you gotta really pack it on. But I like to use my brush when I'm doing a cut crease. It's a good palette for the price, and I just wish that some of the shades will perform better. Just using one of the shade, which is this dark one here, I do like it. Now we're gonna go ahead and swatch Newtrals 3. I really do like the shades. They are like really pretty. So you get pink undertone shades and you get a lot of brown. Do love the gold shade, so you get a lighter gold and you get a darker gold in this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all the shimmer shades first. These are all the shimmer shades in this palette, and they're very beautiful. Let me just bring it back a little bit so you can see the shades. See how dark it is. We're gonna go ahead and swatch the matte shades. Alright, so these are all the matte shades in this palette. These are really pretty. This is one of my best palette. Like, I really do like this palette. And all this palette, I would recommend you get this. The Newtrals 3 is really pretty. You get a few mattes and all the rest are shimmers. You get 5 shimmer shades in this palette. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch the shimmer shades first. Alright, so these are all the shimmer shades in this palette. I'm really impressed with this palette because they are only $7 and they are performing really good just by swatching it with my fingers. We're gonna go ahead and swatch the matte shades now. So in this palette, it's not a lot of fallouts. They're blending really good with my fingers. I'm not really sure with a brush, but I'm sure it's gonna perform the same way. So one of the shades in here that I don't like, which is this brown shade here, it's not swatching really good on my hand. It's not really going anywhere, but I'm gonna still swatch it for you guys. It's not even showing up, so that's a no. These are all the matte shades in the palette. All the rest are really good. Also, they have a black matte shade in the palette. So the last palette, this one came broken in my packaging, so I have to be very careful with this palette. But this is the Basic Matte palette. This is the only one here that was broken. Most of the dark shades are in the bottom of the palette from here. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch these. These are all the matte shade in this palette. You do get a few fallouts in this palette. Overall, these palettes are really good for the price. Velvet Rose, there's only one of the shades here that really disappoint me a little bit. It's just one of the brown shades. It's really not working too good for me when I swatch it with my hands, but maybe when I use my brush it will perform better. Another one that I don't really like too much, this is the one, the Visionary palette. This is the one I use on my eyelid. If you want the shimmer shades to pop, you will need to use some type of base for it to show up on your eyelid. So So the other one is a basic matte palette. This one is pretty good. You get a little bit of fallouts, but not too much. Usually when I do in swatches, you usually get some fallout. I usually go in a lot to get the product out, because if I do one swatch, it's not going to show up too much on my hand. So I usually go in like 1 or 2 times. One I will recommend for you guys is the Neutral 3 palette. This is one of the best palette I tried of all of them. It's very pigmented. The colors are just really pretty. Just look at it. It looks very, very pretty. I'm really impressed with Makeup Revolution and the products lately. They are doing their thing. If you are looking for like cheap products to buy, and if you're a makeup junkie like myself, or you're just starting off, and if you guys want to see makeup looks with all of these palettes, please let me know also. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.